Good evening, everybody. How are we doing? You slag. Hello, Slashy Bucket. How are you guys doing? I had a big exercise workout thing today, so both my arms are... Well, I feel like I've been sort of thrown on a medieval rack and given a few rounds by the Spanish Inquisition, to be honest, so... But how are you lot doing? Distressing news? It's not that I've gone live, is it? Can you make them? No, not without the hydraulics. I was going to make a joke about spoiler alerts, but never mind. Yeah, sorry, there's no transcoding tonight. The Twitch gods have not smiled on us. So, yeah, if the stream gets a bit laggy for you, I do really, really apologise. There's nothing I can do, though. You're not going to make me realign all this again, are you? No. Okay, good. Phew. Still need to get out there and do some running, to be honest with you, though. Man. God, I could do with a stretch. The cramp is real. Never mind. Right, so those new YouTube rules, they're weird because they've technically existed for years now, according to them, but they've only just started telling people that they exist. I still haven't, by the way, figured out why there's two sets of taxi markings down here, but whatever. So apparently they've been screwing over folks for years, but just never bothered to tell them why, and that sounds very, very Google to me. So I'm kind of almost willing to believe that. Right, this is a bit where we learn we've spawned inside someone. No? Alright then. Oh no, there's someone there, but they're right next to us. Alright, there's a few people around, yeah. We're going to be levitating slightly above the ground for most of them, no by the looks of things. What we got? A couple of 7.3s and a 7.57. I was thinking about flying the 7.67 tonight, but apparently the new update broke it slightly. And they're releasing a hotfix very soon to fix it, so I figured, what's the point? And since FS Labs still haven't released their fucking Airbus, I guess I'm stuck with this, aren't I? Awkward piece of shit, aren't you, IXEG? Really, and not just because of the bugs, but also just, I don't know, just because this is a 737 and they're awkward planes like that. Oh, it's probably not Delta, it's just shitty X-Squat box model matching. I could find out for you what he actually is, I suppose. We got Lufthansa 1015 to Frankfurt, Lot 620 Alpha to Frankfurt, and Scandinavian 6162 to Munich. Then there's myself. The 757 is a Lufthansa. Yeah, that's him on the end there. He's actually flying the Flight Factor 757, God bless him. So, says in his remarks. Also, Wien radar is on tonight, so we'll have a little bit of control coming out of Innsbruck, which should be interesting. The departure out of Innsbruck itself is a bit doolally. We can have a look at it now, if you like. All departures should be configured bleeds off and flap 15. This is to ensure sufficient aircraft performance in the event of an engine failure. Also, it would help if I moved my microphone over to where it should be. Haha, dumbass. All turns should be made in heading select, 30 degrees angle of bank. LNAV should not be used until above MSA. Level change, top bug speed V2 plus 15 should be maintained until an acceleration altitude of 4,900 feet, and all manoeuvring in the valley is complete. Thrust reduction altitude is 4,900 feet. N1 may be selected, but acceleration must not be commenced until above this altitude, with all manoeuvring complete. All departures require a backtrack of the runway. So this will be interesting. Looks like a frumpy Cuban cigar with wings. Yeah, it kind of does, actually. This lad's pushing back. Oh, you know what? I don't care what scenery you're using. If he started off roughly next to me, he should definitely be on the grass in his sim too. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but whatever. Yeah, it's not the prettiest plane ever, is it? It's very sort of what would be the word? Sort of, I don't know, just basic. It's a very unambitious design. It's just it's a mere functional item, as the Germans would say. One of those engines blows out, how far will the other one take us? Well, the reason why we're doing a bleeds off departure is in the event of an engine failure, so we should be alright. Enough to circuit back round and land. That's not going to happen anyway. Don't have random failures, so... It's a chav plane. That's one way to put it, I suppose. Maybe that's why I don't like the 737 all that much. Maybe that's why it is. There's a subconscious connection in my head between 737s and chavs. Because all the chavs fly Ryanair, who fly 737s exclusively. Or Jet 2. And EasyJet back in the day as well, so maybe that's it. I don't fucking know. Lochmint. Good afternoon. Wien radar 134.35. Right. I love this original mix. But it needs to go away now. Good night. $134.35, I believe it was. Let me check that again. 134.35, yep. I wonder if the controller will sound like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Send 100, 10,000 on 1021 8955.
Do you have a normal view? What do you mean a normal view? Oh, sorry, dumbass. This is the problem where I can't see my own stream because of transcoding, or the lack thereof. Just causing me to forget shit like that. Just shout in the chat if I get the view stuck. His accent is impeccable, which means he doesn't sound like Arnold Schwarzenegger, which makes me a little bit sad, but alright. We'll roll with it.
Countdown 1015, this is taxi. Hey, come on, 328, Russell, free Mike, thanks out, take care, and all of that.
Does he cover Innsbruck? I really don't know, honestly. Yes, he does, because he's talking to the 757 over there. That's him. That's him speaking. So there you go.
Lot 620 Alpha. Go ahead, lot 620 Alpha. Lot 620 Alpha, did you order the No, we didn't call yet. Okay, this was already.
What did I just do? Oh, I just fucking clicked.
Travel 2221, descent level 250.
Fuck's sake. Oh, that was already in. Never mind.
Canex 167.
I just got rid of all the ground equipment by accident. I nudged the brake lever when I was getting my joystick set up here, and it killed all the ground equipment. Because it took the parking brake out. Whoopsie daisy. Right.
Lufthansa 122, München 2405, and Flugtipp.
Where's my notebook? Here we go. Right. Hang on a minute. I was using my notebook backwards. Apparently. Genius. Genius. Genius.
Willkommen in Lufthansa 1266. Lufthansa 1266, weiter heading 150.
Right.
150, Lufthansa 1266. 1849, ready for descent. 1849, descent flight level 180. Descent 180, KLM 1849. Michael Jakob 271, 5000 feet, inbound whiskey 171.
Right, departure is going to be runway 26 because I heard it on the radio.
Also 271, now welcome aboard, radar contact, climb level 360. Climbing 360.
I wonder what departure will give us, maybe an RNAV one, I'm not sure.
Yes, long time no see. Yeah, true. Easy 8955, clear to localize the DME East approach, report established.
Were we allowed to do an RNAV departure? I think so. I know we weren't allowed to do an RNAV approach previously, but it's a busy frequency, isn't it?
Lot 620 Alpha, push back, start up, approved, facing east. Push back, approved, face east, not east.
Yeah, I know, Chemo. It's not good, is it? Really? They really have left it in a mostly broken state, and they just haven't fixed anything at all. It's not good. Like, you know, I'm running 1.0.5 at the minute, but yeah, it's kind of bad of them, if I'm honest with you, because like they could have left it at 1.0.5 and then had a 2-month break. That wouldn't have been a problem because this version mostly flies fairly well. But the fact that they made a broken version that you can't roll back from, and has basically forced everyone who didn't already have a backed up version of the old plane, you know, forced them to use it. It's not good. They need to get sorted. You know, they need to get on that. Anyway.
I'm on 845, button position, direct whiskey Niner 61. Direct whiskey Niner 61, can I on 85?
Bien radar, come out, spectrum 19, organ point, along 250.
If you wish hard enough, you'll be able to depart.
Good evening, sir.
Spectrum 19er. Good evening, radar contact, continue.
Spectrum, now that's a fucking call sign. Spectrum 19er, I like it.
Alaska 118, radar contact, continue and report ready for descent.
Yes, we are flying now at level 310 heading 107. Next waypoint will be Buddhist, Bravo Uniform Beta, Echo X-ray 35.
Alaska 118, I'm aware of that. Continue, report ready for descent. That's all I need.
Report ready for descent, thank you.
Sky Travel 2221.
Let's see if I can get a word in here somewhere.
Brava is offline. Monitoring come 122. Decimal 8, happy landing in Prague. How it? Channel 167, welcome to Salzburg. Taxiway Lima, exit 4, stand of choice.
It's very busy, isn't it, Chemo? Fucking hell, mate.
Okay, that's stand of choice. Lima, and yes, Channel 167, thank you, sir.
Being radar, speedbird 29 Tango on the ground at Innsbruck. Request clearance to Gatwick, please. When you've got a minute.
Speedbird 29 Tango. Good evening. You're cleared to Gatwick, runway 26. And for you, we will do the Kempton. Hang on, I'll call you back in 1 minute.
Okay.
Green radar, EZ8 955, localizer established 26.
He's a very busy man by the sounds of it. Hello, Mango.
9055, there will be one departure ahead, so continue approach, wind check 250 degrees, 3 knots.
Continue approach, one to depart ahead, EZ8 955.
Lufthansa 1015. Lufthansa 1015, I did not forget you, the wind 250 degrees, 3 knots, runway 26, wind takeoff.
Yes, my trap was sprung.
Will you tell us to enter the left downwind, or will we tell you on our own?
You have to do it on your own. So whenever you feel safe, you turn into the downwind.
Oh my word.
And then, fly,
Australia's busy tonight.
Through the valley.
There's not an event on, is there?
Roger that.
Scandinavian 62, correction, Scandinavian 6162, deviating from the standard instrument departure. Never mind. Radar contact, land level 160.
See if I can get everything else set up in the meantime. We're going up to 36,000 feet.
Scandinavian 6162, climb level 160.
And seatbelt lights.
And radar number 620 Alpha, request text. 620 Alpha, taxi holding point on way 26. I am Bravo. Taxi by Bravo to holding point 26.
Not sure what else to do at this point. I've kind of done everything.
Lufthansa 1845, descent flight level 1, correction descent altitude 10,000 feet, 10,000 feet, QNH mean 1020.
Doopity doo 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 doo.
Lufthansa 126, descent 6,000 feet.
Twiddles thumbs, twiddles. This is like a microcosm of my entire week, to be honest with you. This right here.
Lufthansa 1845, descent altitude 10,000 feet, 10,000 feet, QNH mean 1020.
Descent 10,000 feet, KLM 85, connection 1020.
Bum 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 bum
Lufthansa 1015, radar contact, climb level 160.
Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 ba-dum, bum, bum.
Maintain
Yep,
160.
737.
Radar contact. That's what I think I heard. On the sun's 1015.
Correct, easy 8955, wind 25, 0 degrees, 3 knots, runway 26, clear to land. Anyway, wind 6162, proceed direct to Kogol.
That bus, though.
Easy 8955, wind 25, 0 degrees, 3 knots, runway 26, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 26, easy 8955.
Lot 620 Alpha, there is an EasyJet Airbus 320, 7.5 miles final, report inside. We have using inside Lot 620 Alpha.
So you just go to external check what plane you're... No, dude.
Lot
Not that
620
fucking
Alpha
stupid.
behind the landing, EasyJet Airbus 320, line
Good
up
grief.
left runway 26 behind. Behind landing, Easy Airbus 320, back second line up runway 26, 620 Alpha. Haltline 27 band, Braha Luftland, monitor Unicom 122, decimation, Flugnacht, Pegel, Servus.
Alright, he's handing some guys off to Unicom now, which hopefully means he'll have a bit more time to deal with other shit.
Welcome to the radar channel 271, thank you for service, Steve. Please to make my Servus.
The radar, good evening, Easy 8331 with you, flight level 350 inbound Bisky.
Easy 8331, good evening, continue, new way route start to take off.
Every other plane that was here earlier has taken off, and I'm still here waiting.
Correct.
Descent.
Get a 1849er, descent altitude 10,000, 10,000 feet, QNH wind 1020.
Descend 10,000 feet, QNH 1020, KLM 1849er.
Spectrum 19er, descent flight level 170.
Alpha Long 170, descending, Spectrum 19er.
Correct. Lufthansa 1015.
This is just like being on pilot age in rush hour, to be fair.
Kogol.
Waiting a good 20 minutes for clearance. Yep, feel right at home. Might as well be SoCal.
Kogol, 1015.
Easy 8955, I can't remember, but I think I gave you the landing clearance, never mind. Wind 250 degrees, 3 knots, 26, clear to land.
Just use divine intervention.
Clear to land 26, 8955.
Not sure that would work, because I think that would only take you to the Vatican.
Delta 1266, turn right heading 210, descend 3,000 feet.
Not sure what the Anglican version of divine intervention would be.
Lufthansa 1266, turning right heading 210 and descending 6,000 feet. 3,000.
3,000 natürlich, Lufthansa 1266.
Lufthansa 1015, München, just one offline, so monitor Unicom 122, decimal 8, have a great flight, goodbye.
I'm going to assume he's not forgotten about us.
1224, this
He's
is
just
Lufthansa
busy.
1015.
Very busy.
Thanks for the service.
Wie bereikt zijn Jos dat je in Innsbruck reserveren?
Or if he gets clearance before I do.
Austrian 1, sorry, station calling, second your person.
Well, hello there, Mr. Cessna.
Ich hab keinen Flugplan von dir.
Did this guy just land or what? Must have done.
Wienwalder, good evening, Austrian 562, flight level 100.
Austin 562, hello, weather contact. Your cleared Lima 1 Whiskey arrival direct to Bau.
Lima 1 Whiskey arrival and please again intersection.
Walk.
PC's currently in Sheffield.
I think so.
1849 approaching Nerdu.
KLM 1849er. KLM 1849er, proceed direct Whiskey 961.
Whiskey 961, vielen Dank. KLM 1849.
Easy
KLM 1845.
Any minute now.
370.
That's approved. Climb 370.
370, easy 8331.
Wind radar, easy 8955, runway vacated.
Easy 8955, thank you very much for your Alpha to the airframe. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.
Thanks for the service. Good night, easy 8955.
Lot 620 Alpha, the wind is 250 degrees, 3 knots, runway 26, clear for takeoff. Clear for takeoff, runway
620.
KLM 845, descent 6.
Well, I hope you're enjoying this broadcast, ladies and gentlemen, tonight. This riveting viewing we've got prepared for you.
KLM 849, descent 7,000 feet.
Let's interactively listen to Wien radar for half an hour while going nowhere.
Lufthansa 1266, turn right, heading 270.
I'm going to call him back in a minute. I just, quite often, they haven't actually forgotten about you. He's just so goddamn busy with everything on his scope that he just literally hasn't had a chance to get back to me.
Austin 562, check your altimeter setting. Looks like radar shows an offset of 200 feet. Check your altimeter setting 2992/1013.
Bean radar, speedbird 29 Tango.
666, turn right heading 340.
Blur 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 blur.
Lufthansa 1266, turning right 320, cleared LS.
Hopefully that call jogged his memory, if nothing else. He's dead. He's an ex-Wien radar. He has ceased to be. Bean radar, speedbird 29 Tango, ready to copy clearance when you've got a minute.
Note 620 Alpha, radar contact, embedded 160. I mean 160, 620 Alpha.
You feeling the center attack? No, well, normally you wouldn't.
1266 wind.
Not on a trip of this length, but I haven't actually fueled it up yet, so. Guess I could do that while we wait.
Runway 35 Lufthansa 1266.
Ready for descent, Alaska 118.
Alaska?
Level 180.
Did I hear that right?
Level 160.
160, Alaska 118.
What we're looking for here. Fuel 6539 kilograms.
KLM 1845, descent 3,000 feet.
Motherfucker, I swear I'm being ignored now.
3,000, KLM 1845. KLM 1849, descent 4,000 feet.
Descent 4,000 feet, KLM 1849.
And the icon is coming up in the top left, so I am broadcasting when I hit the button. So, oh, I just noticed we've got that ugly old menu bar at the top. I forgot to.
Log 620 Alpha, when passing.
There we go.
12,000
Sorry about that.
feet, so direct Mopti. Direct Mopti after passing 12,000 feet, not 620 Alpha.
Won't be the first time Escort Box has fucked something up, so I'm gonna err on the side of...
Spectrum 19er, present
Maybe
position
it was
at
that.
Whiskey Niner 61.
Direct, whiskey 961, Spectrum 19.
Speak at 29 Tango in case you read us on voice, the answer is negative. Did not copy you.
Veen Radar, Speedbird 29 Tango, do you copy us now?
No, it works just excellent, yes sir. Go ahead.
We're ready to copy clearance when you've got a minute.
Oh, my apologies, sorry about that. Yeah, good. Gatwick, runway 26, Mopti 1 X-ray departure. That's the RNF departure out of 26. Climb level 160, squawk 4016.
Okay. Just get that chart. Come on, chart. Load a bit faster. Roger. Cleared to Gatwick, Mokti 1 X-ray. Flight level 160, runway 26 and squawk 4016. Speedbird 29 Tango, thanks. God damn it! Telegraph.
Tango, pushback is correct. Startup is approved. If you need the pushback as well, facing east.
Alright, we'll push back facing east, Speedbird 29 Tango. Navigraph just totally ripped out on me. I was trying to load up the chart so I could actually see what he said.
Great flight to Frankfurt.
And with an I in it, started with an M, but it's just died on me. Our Navigraph has completely died. Unexpected server response. Fucking brilliant, man.
45, turn right heading 200, descend 2,500 feet. Heading 200, good with again altitude for Gatwick.
This site can't be reached. Charts.navigraph.com. Too long to respond. Fuck you, Navigraph! Fuck you! Oh my god, it's going to be one of those evenings, apparently. Jesus.
Alaska 118, descent level 120.
Right, Google, give me what you got. VAC Austria. Innsbruck charts. Fuck me. Fuck me, fuck me, fuck me. Ugh.
Kilo 184, 3,000 feet.
Descend 3,000 feet, KLM 1849er.
Generator, good evening, sir. Smart Express 69, flight level 400, up inbound 20 miles.
Smart Express 69, hello.
You guys can still hear me, right? Looks like my chat's frozen.
Kilo Alpha.
I don't know if there's an issue with my internet or something.
Derek Renka, Romeo, Echo November, Kilo Alpha Smart Express 69.
Whatever, let's get this in here. Mokti 1 X-ray. Right, you can hear me. You're just all being deathly quiet for some reason. You do that to just fuck with me on purpose, don't you, you bastards?
I think 310 KLM 1845.
Right, let me get the rest of this keyed in. Oh, I see why you got a bit confused when you tried to first give me clearance, because I filed some serious bullshit in here. Simbrief gave me a totally fucked up departure.
Delta India Oscar Sierra Yankee, ich hab einen Flugplan, meld mich gleich. Perfekt.
Cheers, Simbrief. Thanks much. Alright, Mokti. And then where do I go from there? Don't really know. Direct KPT, maybe? What does that look like?
Lufthansa 1849, up, turn right.
Yeah, that works. Okay. Okay, KBT, then Upper Lima 856. to Hog.
Lufthansa 1849 on Sunrise heading 200.
Upper Lima 613. To D-Door.
Sorry, right heading 200, 1849er.
Alaska 118,
Upper Tango 10.
estimate, have landing in Penalty Summer. Good night.
Herbal.
Thank you very much, sir. Bye-bye.
KLM 1845, contact tower 119er,
And
decimal
then Upper
4.
Tango 421 to Kunav. Okay.
1 decimal 4, danke, tschüss.
Right. Okay.
Expect home 19er.
Arrival's going to be Timber 4 Bravo. I think for 26 left we'll go with for now.
28,000 feet.
Right, what's the current runway over there at Gatwick? 26 left is in use. Okay, cool. Right. Thank you, Vatspy. 26 left. Timber.
Right heading 270, get ILS 29er, number 2.
Timber 4 Bravo. Execute.
Right 270, cleared Alice 29er, number 2, KLM 1849er.
Alright, good stuff. So all this bullshit then. Okay, ground services. What about the load sheet stuff? Alright, so zero fuel weight is 41.8 today.
Sierra Yankee, wie gut kennst du dich im Bereich Innsbruck aus?
Ja, geht so. Geht schon.
Interested visual departure and thereafter direct
Reserves are 1.8.
Yeah, there's the Sierra Yankee catch.
Cost index 30.
Straight out.
Cruise altitude, flight level 360. Cruise winds 310 at 36. Can't believe we're actually making some fucking progress now. Top of climb outside air temperature is minus 54.
There's the Sierra Yankee.
Transition altitude is... I don't know, actually. I think it's sort of set by ATC or something, isn't it? I think 9,500 is a good ballpark sort of thing to go for, though. That's the MSA anyway, so...
490, 8.5 miles beyond the company 73, tower 1194.
We'll not derate.
194, thank you for service on the...
We'll be using flaps 15.
1849er.
And those are our speeds. And our center of gravity is 20%. Which gives us 3.6. So, set that. Like so. One of those evenings, guys. One of those evenings. I do apologise. Runway wind is 250 at 3 knots. Runway slope 0 degrees and heading. Don't know. Can't check. Navigraph's broken. It's still broken. It's actually not working. I keep trying to refresh it. Can I get a ground chart here somewhere? Ground, here we go. God bless VAC Austria. That's all I have to say right now. Right, I have ground chart. Wonderful. Runway 26. What heading does that have? I don't know. I don't have a clue.
The Sierra Yankee, go ahead.
264, I think.
Via Bravo, line up runway 26.
Via Bravo, line up runway 26, India.
So their temperature is 18 degrees. Oh, wait, what? Oh, hang on a minute, what did I just put in there? I don't know. Hopefully that's not important. Right. Start that APU. Pins and covers are removed. Oxygen is tested. Instrument transfer switch is normal. Window heat on. Air conditioning and pressurization set and sorted. Flight instruments track 168. QNH 1021 reading 1,920 feet. Parking brake is set. Engine start levers are cut off. Rudder and aileron trim is 3 and 0. Taxi and takeoff briefing is complete. Fuel is in. Pumps are going on. Order brake is set to RTO. CD pre-flight is completed. Takeoff speeds V1 112, VR 113, V2 122. So up here, I actually need to set not the V2 but V2 plus 15, I believe it was. So
EVA 331.
V2 plus 15.
Yeah, one at the Unicom 122. That's
137.
122 decimal 8, the 8331, if they help.
There we go. Heading 264.
Okay,
Altitude 16,000.
0 degrees, 3 knots, runway 26, let's take off.
Stupid click and drag knob. There we go. Flight directors. Order throttle. Alright, the pre-flight checklist is complete. Before start, flight deck door closed and locked. Doors and windows, they can stay open because we like the awesome noise. Anti-collision light is coming on. Transponder 4016. Before start checklist is complete. Let's do this.
3,000 feet, QNH 1020.
Descending 2,000 feet, QNH 1020.
He wanted us to face east, didn't he? So that would be pushed back nose right, I think. How much sense that honestly makes to be
hello, descend to
fair, but alright.
QNH 1020, direct whiskey 953, straight in 29er.
I'll just push straight back, put the brakes in, and then we'll figure it out from there. Brakes released, start sequences 2, then 1, starting number 2.
From 19er, turn right, heading 170.
Oh yeah, it would be nose left, wouldn't it? I don't know how you make it so that you can steer the pushback tug yourself. I've seen other people do that, and I have no idea how. Maybe if you... Guys, yeah, the night to sea fight, yeah, okay, it was funny for a while. Could you stop it now, please? I don't know how to get it to work. Okay, brakes on.
Spectrum 19, continue right, I'm heading 210.
Heading 210.
I can turn my nose left myself once the engines are on. Starting 1.
Spectrum 19, continue right, I'm heading 260, Tirana 29.
260 heading, Tirana 29.
Victor Banana, contact tower 1100 over. Not Italia 187. From present position, clear Italia 200.
From present position, clear Italia 200, Italia 187.
Right. Okay, bleeds going off. That's going closed. Packs auto. That's our bleeds off config set, pretty much. Hydraulics. Generators. Okay, looking good. RTO still there. That's flaps 15 hopefully set. Let's turn this beast left. Taxi light on. APU staying on for now. Generators are on, pitot heat is on, anti-ice is as required, air conditioning, pressurization, packs auto, isolation valve, that's not necessarily required. Engine start switch is continuous, recall, checked. Engine start levers idle, detent, flight controls, well, there you go, checked. Seem to be working. Let's turn this thing around, just face this way. Easier. Ground equipment's clear, APUs as required, which is on in this case. We turn this over. No engine bleed takeoff. Right pack switch is auto. Isolation valve switch is closed. Left pack switch is auto. Engine number 1 bleed air switch is off. APU air switch is on. Engine number 2 bleed air switch is off. Wing anti-ice switch is off. That's the no engine bleed takeoff checklist. Although that's you're supposed to do that just prior to takeoff, but fuck it.
Delta Sierra Yankee, radar contact, clamp 160.
How am I? Oh, it's been one of those days, mate. One of those days. I've been better, but I'll survive. Mean radar, Speedbird 29 Tango, finally ready for taxi.
Do the 29 Tango via Bravo, line up runway 26. And backtrack approved.
Okay, line up 26 via Bravo, backtrack approved, Speedbird 29 Tango. Think about what bloody call sign was there for a minute. Well. Oh look, we've got duplicated taxi signs and everything as well. I really need to find out what's up with this place. I thought I deleted all my other Innsbruck scenery, so maybe it's a scenery load order issue or something.
Easy 42 November X-ray, so good evening, welcome aboard, direct to track left to our February.
Yeah, my Navigraph charts are down as well, mate. Went down literally. I was just getting clearance as well, which was piss annoying. So, but yeah, I'm afraid it's fucked, and not just for you.
You will return again, go around, and climbing 5,000.
It's broken for all of us. Luckily, I've got the VAC Austria charts up on my other monitor, and I can get the NAT stuff for the UK when we get there, as well if we need it.
Sorry, the station calling saying again, it goes on.
Okay, before takeoff, flaps 15 green light. Stabilizer trim 3.6 units. Cabin call.
Confirm Mr. Approach.
Given. Transponder. TARA.
Go around, it's close.
And the no engine bleed takeoff checklist we did.
Okay, Spectrum 100 5000, turn right heading 080.
Do I fly the DC-6 much? Not that much at all, to be honest, actually.
Alright, heading 080. There's one now.
I probably ought to, but it's hard work, so... It's just a difficult plane to fly in a modern setting, really. Because it's just got such shit climb performance. And descent performance as well, can we think of it. Alright. Run the clock. Everything else is ready to go. Oh, our takeoff checklist are complete, so...
Sorry, 187 hours to publish runway 2. Italia 187, wind check
Gonna
170.
stand on the brakes and wait.
Continue approach. Approach Italia 187. Delta Sierra Yankee, when passing 11,000.
Why do I keep moving?
Focus.
That was weird.
When passing flight 110, 11,000 takeover. It's heading.
I could do with a burger, actually. Now you mention it. Anything with bacon in it will do.
Italia 187, contact tower 119.4, if not. 119.4, Italia 187, so...
Yeah, that's C-47. I do have that. I need to fly it again at some point. Again, also hard work, though. Although if you want to just take it out for a VFR jolly, it's quite fun. It is amazing, that thing, isn't it? It's basically the same quality as the goddamn DC-6, but it's freeware. It really takes the piss. I'll give him a little reminder in a second. Being radar, speedbird 29 Tango, ready for departure.
Give it 29 Tango to wind calm, runway 26, clear takeoff.
Clear takeoff runway 26, speedbird 29 Tango. Right, let's go! Fuck me, finally! I'll keep the brakes on for this.
Spectrum 100, turn right,
Talk
heading
up.
110.
Right, heading 110.
Oh yeah, that's some noise. That's what happens when you don't derate the takeoff in this thing. It makes awesome noises. Okay, that's the rotate. Right, now remember, heading select only, no LNAV allowed. No VNAV either until we get out of the valley. Okay, positive rate. Gear up.
Spectrum 100, future traffic.
Although I might have to cheat just because I don't have a co-pilot to do that for me.
Correction number 3.
180 knots, number 3. Spectrum 100.
$4,900
we can accelerate.
Either 29 Tango radar contact, climb level 160.
Time flight level 160, speedbird 29 Tango.
There's no Sierra Yankee, climb level 220.
Climb level 220, this is Sierra Yankee.
Delta Sierra Yankee, München ist leider schon wieder weg. Monitoring Income 122, Destination, Flug nach Stuttgart. Servus.
Jo, vielen Dank für den Service und schönen Abend aus. Bis dann.
Okay.
Yep.
Can now go VNav and accelerate. Autopilot can come on. Turn off the gear.
Tango, are you in VMC?
Yep, VMC, Speedbird 29 Tango.
Okay, Speedbird 29 Tango, climb visually, flight level 360 and visual direct to Rabbit, Romeo Alpha Victor Echo Delta.
Echo Delta. Okay, we'll climb visually and then direct to Ravid, Speedbird 29 Tango. Cool.
Should shorten up the procedure a little bit.
Yeah, much appreciated, 29 Tango. This little shortcut. Right, we'll bring those flaps up.
Smart Express 69er, leaving my airspace, unit is offline, monitor Unicom 122, decimal 8, have a great flight to Frankfurt, good night.
Window Unicom 1 to decimal 8, thank you for service, bye bye, Smart Express, random.
Yeah, talk about VMC, it's a beautiful view. Wow, look at that. That's a wing view. Holy shit.
Before 2 November X-ray, confirm your inbound 5 up to Alpha Golf.
Yikes, look at it.
Affirm with direct Zulu Alpha Golf at this time.
Woo-hoo!
Yeah, thank you.
That makes all the waiting worth it, if you ask me. Very cool. Alright, up to 360. Now we should be above MSA right about now. Well, not quite. I can see a mountain level with me, so that doesn't count as MSA. Where's the MSA on the chart?
Radar, hello, Monarch 502.
10,700, so actually we are good.
Through flight level 210.
Which means I can do
flight
LNAV.
level 9, flight level 95 on the 43 Alpha in Innsbruck.
Look at
Alright,
that.
call 02 Hotel, good evening to Bulk 1000.
Good grief.
Squawk 1 Alpha, Monarch 502.
Alright, call 02 Hotel, radar contact, descent 10,000, 10,000 feet, KNH 1022.
I have a feeling I'm going to have to come back to Innsbruck.
Alright, call 02 Hotel, from present position of route back to Romeo Tango Tango, clear to local 13 east to present.
Damn, man. Alright, let's see.
From present position, direct from Romeo Tango Tango, and clear localize the DME approach. Monarch 502 Hotel.
There we go. Engine bleeds are sorted out. APU can now come off.
Spectrum 1 descent 3 please.
You're supposed to wait until your rate of cabin climb, you know, stabilizes, but
3,000 feet.
looks pretty stable to me anyway, so.
Spectrum 1 turn right heading 270 to ILS 29er.
How good is the glider model in this game? You know, I have no idea. I haven't a bleeding clue. But it's a good question.
Monarch 502 Hotel, just confirm that's for runway 26 at Innsbruck.
Oh, I started using... I started overriding with the Real Weather Connector the FS Global clouds and let Real Weather Connector use its own clouds just with the winds and shit from FS Global. and the end result is way better because Real Weather Connector I think has more layers and shit, so we actually can get proper thunderstorms and stuff now. In addition to the fact I think it might even run a bit better, so there you go, that's where you got multiple cloud layers, which you normally don't get with FS Global, I don't think. So that's pretty cool as well. But holy shit balls, look at that view.
Do not Tango, you're leaving Mars Days, Munich is offline, Valet Unicum 122, decimal 8, have a great flight to Gatwick. Good night.
What was that for me? Oh, was that for 29 Tango?
I come to 29 Tango, Munich is offline, Valet Unicum 122, decimal 8, have a great flight to Gatwick. Good night.
Roger was distracted by the view, actually. We'll go over to Unicom, Spiva 29 Tango, thanks very much.
Very welcome. Hope to see you soon again.
Right. Yeah, he's going to see us soon again. Cause damn! Look at that! Oh, I don't know why I don't fly to Innsbruck like every day. Fucking hell. Don't I have another view set up here? Yeah, there we go. Nice one. Sent me some screenshots. Where did you send them to? Yeah, not an ideal place to lose an engine, no. Not a great place for a bird strike. Oh, I forgot! Didn't... Yeah, FS Labs... Right, you guys are going to fucking love this, because I know you love all the disaster shit, but... wait until we get the FS Labs Airbus, and I will show you the bird strike simulation on that, because holy shit. You're going to fucking love it. Oh, you sent him on Twitter, alright. Ooh-wee! Those are some nice shots, dude. I only put them in my desktop background folder. Nice one. I like the do not lean on Dave. Bring the DC-6 in here. Could you even do it? I don't know. Like, could you physically get out of the fucking valley in time? Well, yeah, I suppose you... There must be some sort of procedure in place for it, even if you have to depart visually. But still. Yeah, it's a serious view, isn't it? This is why we play X-Plane at the end of the day. Because of that right there. Oh, hey, effing. Fucking comes into my stream and immediately makes a terrible pun. Damn it, sir. How you doing, man? Yeah, I mean, we call it a game, and I'm guilty of calling it a game a lot, but X-Plane is an FAA certified simulator, so you can and they do train real pilots on this thing, so. Now, just you wait for it to get stuck loading a tile, and then it'll all be ruined. That lake reminds me as well, we need to fly to Geneva in this thing too. Geneva's on the list of destinations, and that's a gorgeous approach as well. We fly Tupolev to Innsbruck from Moscow. Oh, the tube will get out of the valley, no problem. That thing climbs like a rocket. I should fly that again at some point. I was literally just thinking about it earlier today, actually, the tube. We should definitely fly it. It would be interesting. I mean, it's more awkward than this motherfucker, but that's kind of the point, so it's alright. Yeah, Geneva is like Innsbruck, just less challenging. And there's some gorgeous Pilot Plus scenery for it as well, in Explained as well that I've got. So they're the guys who also did the Ibiza scenery I've got as well. So we're pretty well catered for in the scenery department with this schedule. So not bad, eh? I don't know what that is down there, that lake, but it's very pretty. Aspen is a fun approach. I know, I missed it. I missed the Pilot Edge Aspen thing. They put the event on too late, man. Too late. It would have started at 3 AM for me. That's just not on. Your BT, yeah. Cue Venga boys. But yeah, there's some nice scenery for it that I got recently. So you've been to Geneva, have you? I think that's one, man. Does that explain a mod? No, it's a full-on standalone sim game, whatever you want to call it. Chemtrails. Never gets old. Never gets old. Is that photo scenery? This is indeed photo scenery. Speaking of, that's not Geneva, is it? It just looks a little bit similar. Yeah, it would be going the wrong way if that was Geneva. Did I make it myself or download it? Actually, a friend made it for me. I'll be completely honest. I have made some myself, but this, what you're looking at right now, was made by a friend. Using Ortho 4XP, which is something I don't fully understand. The stuff I've made is using G2XPL, which is a lot more simple for a dumbo like me to understand. No, genuinely. He watches the stream and everything. He's usually here. I don't know if I should name names or not, though. I need to make a proper video for YouTube using all this ortho scenery, I really do. Give it the full HD 60 FPS elevated music treatment, you know? I've been thinking of doing some tutorials, actually. Because, I mean, the A to B flight videos are a bit of a pain in the butt, but I wouldn't mind doing some tutorials if people are interested. I don't know how I'd do it. Like, I could do it as videos, or I could just do it as a stream where we sit down and I'm like, okay, this is a tutorial stream, I'm going to teach you how to fly X-Plane, and you can sit there in the chat and you can actually ask me questions as we go through. In case you need me to explain something again and stuff like that. So... Go to Detroit, Michigan. but you get your plane jacked, yeah. I actually have, I have an uncle who lives up near, in Michigan, near Detroit. He used to try and convince me to move to Canada just across the border. Wonder who that is up there. Who are you? It is Easy7940. Going from Milano? Yeah, Milan to Amsterdam. Crossing our left to right there. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that A320. Big time. Well, let's see. Ladies and gentlemen, if you look to your left, you will see Switzerland. If you look to your right, you will see Germany. So there you go, that's southern Germany. Let's see. It's not Bavaria. Bavaria's back behind us somewhere. And there's Switzerland. My weather radar seems to be actually picking up the mountains, as you can see there. I'm going to be on a jungle jet. I hope you're not, like, 6 foot tall like I am. Otherwise that'll be a bad time. I discovered the other day that BA City Flyer do an Embraer flight that goes to fucking, like, Cyprus or fucking... well, not Cyprus, but Rhodes, I think. Can you imagine that? Fucking 4 hours stuck in a goddamn jungle jet. Getting leg cramps. No thank you. You're 6'2", yeah. Rip. You're 6'2" and fat. Well, you'd have no chance, mate. That's like the unholy combo for regionals. Ever see UFOs? Well, funny you should ask, actually. There was that one time when Josh and I were flying into... I think it might have been somewhere in Austria, I'm not sure where. Maybe Geneva, I can't remember. And we were on the Pilot Edge network. And, with the, you know... Oh, there's... What is that? Zurich, I think? Must be Zurich, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, if you look to your left, you will see Zurich, apparently. Also not a bad destination. But anyway. What was I saying? Yeah, they were just closing down the network at their end, over in SoCal. And we were flying in Europe on the network, basically just using it as a glorified multiplayer server. And just randomly out of the blue, fucking 10 B-2 Spirits just spawned in front of us, flying in formation. And then... they spawned in like 12 fucking Cessnas during Mach 2, going straight past us, and then a little swarm of MD-80s and some 737s and a bunch of 747s that he spawned in right on top of us. It was good fun. I don't think we've still got the VOD for that, unfortunately, otherwise I'd link it to you, because it was fucking hilarious. Just bloody Pilot Edge controllers messing with us. I can't remember who it was, it must have been Chase or someone like that. just thought, fuck it, I'm clocking off, I'll spawn in a bunch of 747s on top of them. I think I posted some screenshots of it on Twitter actually, now that I think about it, so if you can be bothered, if you scroll back far enough on my feed, you'll probably find them. Next plane neuron is on a Thai A380 followed by a 744. I've heard A380s are super goddamn comfortable. Apparently. Like, passenger comfort in those things is really good. I think because the cabin altitude doesn't go up as high as it does in a ship box like this, among other things. And they cruise really goddamn high as well sometimes. So... and they're not very noisy either. Severely Can we do Athens to Heathrow today? No, I'm waiting for the hot fix for the 767 first. I was actually going to do that today though, but then I found out that Flight Factor's patch broke the FMC and they're going to hot fix it in the next couple of days. So if they bring it out like tomorrow or on Sunday, then we'll do it then. But otherwise, I'd rather not bother because I don't want to get halfway there and have everything just shit itself. I'm sure you'll understand. But we will do it though. I even managed to get my hands on some new Athens scenery for X-Plane as well, which is, you know, it's not exactly Fly Tampa, but it's more accurate than any of the other shitty scenery I had before, so... no. I actually have taxiways and gates in the correct places now, which is a nice start, I suppose. One of these days I'll try and convert the Fly Tampa stuff across to X-Plane and see how it gets on. I managed to convert the Dubai scenery over, but with the only problem with it is that some of the terminals are transparent, which is a bit of a shame. But the city scenery and everything is just a 10 out of 10. Especially with the X-Plane night lighting. You get to sunset in Dubai in X-Plane with the converted scenery. It's like, whoa. Is the plane working as it should? So far, yeah. It's the descent phase that things usually tend to go wrong in this thing, though, so we'll see. Have we got any funny-looking flight levels in here? That's something I'm pretty much always going to have to check for from now on. After that flight level 380 or above entry randomly in the descent profile, which fucked everything up last time. Australia's having an FNO. Ooh. Is that so? That's interesting. I've only flown in Australia with ATC once. It was really good, though. Oh, I found out... you know, you remember, guys, if you were here for that stream, I found out what it was. The thing the bloke was referring to on the radio that time, and I didn't know what it was. It was lasso. He was asking guys if their planes were lasso equipped, which is like an acronym for land and hold short operations or whatever. Because at Melbourne, because you have those two runways that cross each other, and they use the short one for takeoffs and the long one for landings. You're basically asking people if they were lasso equipped so that they could land on like runway 34 or whatever it was, and stop and hold short before they ended up crossing over 27 basically and ruining the departures. And that's what it was. That's what he was asking about, whether or not their planes could do a lasso thing. Whereby basically you've got a long runway, but you need to stop and hold short very, very, very quick. So, if I had to guess, this piece of shit probably isn't lasso equipped because it's not fucking anything equipped. It's not even apparently, according to the briefing document. Like I said, I got off the off that British Airways first officer who flew these things. BA 737s weren't even equipped to do the RNAV approaches into Innsbruck. It just wasn't allowed. The gear in this thing's just too damn old. Alright, see you, JB. Yeah, it was Lasso and Sarwatch was the other thing where it's like a search and rescue thing whereby, you know, when you land you need to call and confirm that you want to cancel Sarwatch so that they don't have to send out fucking, you know, search parties basically to find you. Other than that, it's fairly straightforward shit actually, to be honest with you. Australia, like, they have fairly sensible air traffic laws and stuff like that. I kind of approve. They seem to strike the right balance between US and European ops, in my opinion. They fly these in World War II. Looks like it, doesn't it? When you look at the fucking cockpit in this thing sometimes. Yeah, we'll get a Josh Gibbs style big panoramic fucking fisheye zoom on the photo scenery. There you go. Beautiful. Copyright Josh J. Gibbs. What's the deal with my weather? We do have it, it's just not showing much. Whatever. All the better to see the photo tiles with. Your wife used to be a flight attendant for NWA. Good game for role playing, no doubt. Oh, chemtrails, you say? There we go. My immersion package has been activated. Well, TD's in sight on the ND, which is very nice. This ain't no long haul. It's not the shortest route in the world, but it's not the fucking longest either, so... I'm quite a happy bunny as a result of that. I'm a bit sick of being in the air doing nothing for too long at the moment, so... It'll probably be too late for us to get to Manchester, because they're fully staffing Manchester this evening, but I was kind of hoping to get back to the UK in time for us to do a quick flight into Manchester afterwards, but I don't think it's going to happen because we were held on the ground for so damn long. Never mind. Any map lights in this thing? Any map lights? Oh yeah. We got not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 map lights. 4. Switch them on with these. And they are Fly JSim style dynamic map lights. So map light simulator 2016 is indeed a thing here in the IXEG. Fucking FS Labs doesn't have that now, does it? No. What does that say on it? Map light something something. Map light TASSY blah 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 blah. Whee! We have map lights galore. What do I think about Russian airlines? Never had the pleasure of flying with one, so I haven't a clue, I'm afraid. I love the planes they fly, though. We were just talking about the Tupolev 154 earlier, actually. I need to fly that again at some point. FS Labs has funny electric seats to play with and sunshades. Oh, I see. Well, that changes things, doesn't it, now? I'm half tempted to Google that, Lockman, but I'm not sure I want it stuck in my search history, to be honest. Uh-oh, tile alert. Oh, shit, yeah, it's a missing tile. That's like default terrain down there. Well, I never. I prefer to have a missing tile than a big white tile, though, to be fair. So, I can live with that. That HD mesh is fucking outstanding, though, because you notice how, like, even though that it's not photo textures, the forests and stuff match exactly with the photo textures around it. So, you know, the layout is just spot on. That's what the HD mesh does. It's not just like height mapping and shit in X-Plane. When you get HD mesh, it also does you know, forests and towns and all that other bullshit too. So land class stuff. So that's why I quite like the just, you know, the regular all-terrain in X-Plane, because it's pretty fucking accurate actually. Really interesting business. The owner recently became a billionaire. It sounds like Vietnam's version of Southwest, actually, by the sounds of it. Budget airline, check. Stewardesses in skimpy outfits, check. Question mark, question mark, question mark, profit. What else can you set this to? PPOS, track, GS, test, and then heading. Leave it on heading. What's it giving for the two IRSs then? This one, the left one's giving 290 degrees, the right one's giving 290 degrees. But this is showing 288. Curious. I wonder, is that our track up there or our heading? Song requests? I don't know, man. I'd quite like to put this one on YouTube to just match up with the previous flight. So you got the whole round trip. So I'm probably gonna have to waive song requests for now, just so it doesn't get muted. Until Twitch implements some way of making highlights where you can cut it in the middle, unfortunately we just have to do that. Because that would be amazing if Twitch would let you do a highlight where you actually cut out part of the middle of the stream. So you can just jump cut basically to... We can do the takeoff, you know, planning, pre-flight, takeoff, blah blah blah, departure, get into the cruise, and then I can jump cut it in the highlight thing on Twitch to the approach. That would be really awesome. Because that means I could put clipped flight, you know, highlighted flights on straight onto YouTube, and we could have song requests on during the cruise, and it wouldn't be a problem because that would be all be clipped out on the actual final VOD that went onto YouTube. But we can't do that, unfortunately. So kind of sucks, really. What I could start doing, although my poor CPU and everything would probably shit itself if I did, is start setting it so that OBS will record to my hard drive the stream I'm doing. Which would mean that I could just upload that the regular way instead of exporting from Twitch. That could work, I guess. I'd have to edit and re-render it, which would take a little while, but... When am I doing the Dubai return? I don't know, as soon as I man up and actually get on with it, to be honest. I'm not feeling the long haul thing at the minute. I could do with a few more short hops where I'm actually constantly working and doing stuff, as opposed to just sitting on my ass doing nothing but looking out the window. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but I mean, you know, I should get onto Pilot Edge in a prop or a turbo prop for a bit, and you know, do some really short flights where I actually have to concentrate on stuff for a bit. YouTube is working on an audio scrubbing feature to get rid of music. Well, they have a thing that allows you to, you know, try and remove a song from the video, but it's utter shite. Like, I tried using it with that first Fallout 3 video I ever did, where it picked up on some music in the goddamn intro cutscene, and I tried to get rid of it using the tool that they have, and it was just awful. It made the sound sound didn't change at all. It just put it into like the lowest quality imaginable, and it actually stuck around for way longer than the song itself, so it ruined half the fucking video. When are you gonna bust out Concorde? Good question. Don't know, actually. I did say we'd go to Hawaii in it, didn't I? Yeah, I'll tell you what. I'll do it at some point. I'll get the I'll build a flight plan in CPS for it, and then one of these days we'll do that flight. We'll get all the ADEU cards all set up and everything, and we'll do it. Takes a lot of flight planning to get Concorde to go anywhere, unfortunately. Like, we're talking a couple of hours of messing around, because you can't just use SimBrief. You've got to use its a separate bit of freeware flight planning software called Concorde Performance System in order to get the flight plan cards for the INS system and that sort of shit set up, and the fuel calculations and everything exactly right. Because unfortunately in Concorde, it's not like in this thing where I can just be like, well, we're flying 400 miles. If I chuck in like 6 tons of fuel, we'll probably be okay. Unfortunately in Concorde, you've got to actually get it fucking spot on with the calculations, otherwise you won't be able to land without crashing, because the center of gravity will be just completely off and stuff. So I've made that mistake before. I've tried to half-arse it and stalled and crashed into the sea because I was too heavy. Oh yeah, Velociraptor guy. I don't know what the fuck was up with that guy's mic, but it was funny. YouTube announcing, yeah, like certain. It's not just cursing. It's like if it has any kind of political content in it or anything like that as well, you can't monetize it. It's they're doing basically what TV's done. You know, advertisers are just wanting to sanitize the programming that they're sponsoring, essentially, because they don't want to get caught up in political arguments and shit like that. But according to YouTube, they've basically been doing it for years, but it's only just now that they've bothered to actually announce it. So apparently they have actually been, blocking monetization on videos like that, but they haven't actually said anything about it. They haven't given a reason as to why it's been blocked and that sort of shit, so that's kind of interesting. I'm not entirely sure if it applies to me, to be honest with you, because like I said, I'm with an MCN, and TGN, or Broadband TV, basically, all their advertising shit is set up separately from YouTube. Like, they have their own advertising deals worked out. So I don't know if it honestly applies to me, because I went back and had a look through my video library, and I don't see any videos in there that were demonetized because of, content that YouTube didn't like. So I've had a few taken down because of stupid content ID song matching, for sure, but never anything that was specified as, for profanity or whatever. Any juice left? No, I don't. This makes me sad. I've got some ginger biscuits, but I don't really fancy them in a minute. Tell you what, I need to step away because I need a piss, if I'm completely honest with you, and I'm going to go grab a beer from downstairs. I got a load more of that sombrero shit in, so I'm going to get some of that. I'll be back in 2 minutes. Where's the thing? There you are. Away. Yeah, there we go. Alright, back in 2 minutes. Right, I'm back. Forgot to put the beer in the fridge, so it's almost room temperature, which is a shame, but never mind. Whatever. I just need to not jog the fucking stick too much here. Otherwise we'll go flying out of control like we nearly did a second ago. Yeah, unfortunately there's not much to be done until I get partnered. And we get guaranteed transcoding. What have I missed anyway? Brought me my bacon burger. And the shake for the other guy is mint chip. He never specified what flavour. Thank you for the bacon burger in spirit. Much appreciated. I'm kind of peckish, but I really can't be bothered to go make food, so... Look at that weird dog leg there. Don't know what that's about. Where's my bottle opener? Seriously, where is it? Oh, is that it there? Yep. Just underneath the track AR hat clip. Hello. Flaps, yes, flaps are up. Well, Innsbruck was a lot of fun. The approach, which is like, that's the reason you kind of go to Innsbruck, really, aside from the views. That was good fun, if a bit sloppy. But the departure was cool as well. We got to do the whole like, bleed-off procedures and shit like that, which was very interesting. And that visual climb out that the ATC gave us was a bit fun. So I gotta say that is definitely cool. You know, just you gave us the shortcut in a straight line and basically said, "Are you in VMC?" Yep. All right. Well, just you know, you can climb away to 360. Just look out the window, make sure you don't hit any mountains. I like it. It's like common sense mode activated as opposed to instrument flying. That's in Austria. You're alright in my book. You lads are pretty cool. You'd have to be pretty good, I think, to control VATS in Austria, though, wouldn't you? I mean, considering how they've got weird airports like Innsbruck in Austria. And, what's that other one? Lugano, I think? Yeah. Like, I imagine their guys have to be pretty well trained to sort of, you know, do all that shit. Now we're on our way back to Gatwick, so... Boring old Gatwick. Isn't that normal in the UK? Yeah. Is this shared with Bellins? No. I need to do some shared with Matt again at some point, actually. I've only done it once with him. It was in this plane, and unfortunately his sim crashed before we were able to finish the flight, but it was good fun. I'll have to try it again. I don't know what version of the plane he's got, though, so... Or what version of Smart Copilot we have to use in order to make it work, come to think of it. Hey Gibbon, how you doing, mate? Yeah, we are back in action. I've decided to persevere with the IXEG after yesterday, and so far so good. It's an awkward fucking plane. It's an awkward fucking plane that, as much as I want to like it, I still fall a little bit short of being totally in love with it. But you know what? It's not bad. It's a challenge. So tonight I'm drinking a bottle of Sombrero. It's French. In spite of being called sombrero, and it is tequila flavored. Apparently, I'm pretty sure bière aromatisée tequila means tequila flavored beer in French. So it's odd stuff, but it is quite tasty. So, and more to the point, it was on special offer. So. Oh, John Fly's hosting me as well. Cheers, mate. Is Twitch alerts turned off? I think it might be. It is. Twitch alerts was turned off. I'm sorry. Did we get? If we've had a bunch of follows and stuff, I really apologise. I'll just check my inbox, see if we've missed anything important. No Retribution 88, Tank Hides, The Battle Ostrich. Nice username. Very good. I approve. And Fiddle Slicks. You lads, thanks for the follows. I'm afraid my alerts didn't go off because they were turned off. So I missed out on that, but cheers, nevertheless. Is Navigraph working again? The charts cloud is back up again, hooray. Which means that I don't have to go hunting down Nat's charts. Which is always good. Hello, Cola. How do you know when and where to fly your plane down? There's a little green marker on here which says TD, top of descent. That is the calculated top of descent point. That's the point where we need to start descending. If you don't have that, though, you can basically do a bit of mental maths. If you want to calculate where your top of descent is, you have to. First of all, like, we're here. Say, for example, we want to be... Right, we're at... What are we at? Right, we're at 36,000 feet, okay? And say... Pretend it's 100 miles to Sawmill, okay? Right there. And at Sawmill, we want to be at 20,000 feet, okay? Or make it easier, 26,000 feet. So, what you do is you... take the number of thousands of feet you want to lose, or your flight levels you want to lose. So in our case, it'd be 10,000 feet we want to go down by. And then you times that by 3, which would be, let's see. So we want to go down 20 flight levels. No, 10 flight levels. Times by 3 is 30, which means that that's 30 nautical miles from Sawmill is when we need to start descending. So once... you know, in our FMC or whatever, it says that we're 30 nautical miles away from Sawmill, then we start going down at about 2,400 feet per minute. That calculation works for, so you can do it the old-fashioned way with a notepad and your brain, if you like, but thankfully the plane will actually calculate this shit for us as well, so... Oh, I'm sorry, is it buffering too much? Yeah, apologies. Nothing I can do about that, I'm afraid. Basically, your top of drop equals the flight levels to lose. Oh my god, my handwriting. Times by 3 equals the number of miles needed to descend. There we go. That's the simple arithmetic of it, basically. Crosswind basically just gave you the correctly formatted equation version. But yeah, same idea basically. Actually, speaking of winds and shit, let's go to descent. Let's go to forecast. Let's put some info in here. So our transition level is going to be 6,000 feet. Our forecasts, it's shifting around a bit. If I get this up in SimBrief, I can go to the wind entries. This is in the British Airways format, so this is exactly how the British Airways pilots get their wind data as well. And let's see, our top of drop is where exactly? According to this, just after Admit. So Admit's right there. So basically, I can remember how to read this. It goes at 100, 200, 310, 350. Oh yeah, 360, 380. Okay, so at Admit, at 360, our winds are 260 at 66. 36,000 feet. 260 at 66 is the wind there. And during the descent, light level 200, so 20,000 feet. It's 260 at 42. And at flight level 100, it's 250 at 29. So that's the wind info put into the FMC, which will make our top of descent calculations more accurate in theory. Back to the legs page, there we go. And bring you back to the main screen. Only my stream buffers. It could be my quality settings in OBS, to be honest with you. I run fairly high quality settings, even though it's only 720p. Just to avoid the encoding pixelation horribleness when we're playing first person shooters and things. It's slightly overkill, to be honest with you, but it means much better quality, and also when we get transcoding, which is normally not normally an issue. So 3 times out plus 5 used as a rough guide. Yeah, that sounds about right to me. So our top of descent is coming up pretty soon. So recall checked on both sides. We'll be landing flaps 30, which will give us 118 knots for our VREF. Not terribly heavy today, which is a nice change. Our ILS is 110.9. Put that in on both sides. That's the ILS frequency of the landing system. And the course is 259 degrees. Let's put in on both sides. Excellent. That's for our runway 26 left, which we are going to be getting, one would imagine. And minimums for ILS 26 left are, for a Cat 2, or a Cat, well, for in our case, Cat 1, is 400 feet AG, well, yeah, no, 400 feet MSL, which makes 200 and, no, 197 some minimums, I think, if I'm doing that right. So if we open up this, back to the first page, descent checklist, pressurization, landing altitude, that's the thing, and the thing we need to do. It's 200 feet is the airport elevation, so 203 feet actually, but 200 is as close as we can get on there. So landing altitude is set. Recall is checked. Order brake will go level 2. Landing data, VRF and minimums are set. In there and down there. Approach briefing effectively complete. We're going to be flying the Timber 4 Bravo. It's fairly straightforward. We're 26 left. And that's descent checklist complete. So we'll scale the map down a bit, and once we're about maybe 5 to 10 miles out, I will start VSing us down, and then we'll engage VNAV when we catch up with the vertical profile. Well, I'm going to do what I tried to do yesterday, but kind of failed, weirdly enough. But it normally doesn't do that, so I think it was a bit of a one-off. Also, that's the French coast out there, so hooray, English Channel in sight. Nearly there, folks. What's the controlling looking like over there in England? There's a lot of traffic about, I'll say that much. Gatwick directors on, along with Gatwick Tower, which is very nice. Hopefully they'll stick around. They've been on for 2 hours, 44 minutes though, so they might bugger off pretty soon. It's coming up to 10:30, so... Still don't have any fucking weather. What's that about? Hmm? Whoa, hello. Apparently we're gonna hit... Oh yeah, look at this, look at this. We're gonna hit a massive... bank of cloud basically as soon as we hit England. Like, England is like France, oh, nice and clear. England covered in cloud basically. So yeah, seems about right, to be honest. All the shitty weather's hanging around over England. Does the MFD on IXEG show TCAS traffic? No, they haven't implemented TCAS in this thing yet. So the TCAS button on there doesn't do anything. It's on their to-do list. Apparently TCAS is really awkward to implement in X-Plane, so... Well, you know, according to them anyway. I don't really care though, to be honest. I've kind of got VAT Spy and stuff like that to use as my TCAS. It's rarely an issue, and to be honest with you, I usually fly older planes that don't have TCAS anyway, so... Know about terrain on MFD? Yep, it has terrain. You can select terrain on there. It has full terrain mode and it has a full proper weather radar. It's not showing up anything at the minute, but it does have a working weather radar with ground clutter and everything. So, oh, hello clouds. There we go. It's starting. Love those flyby sound effects. So I played a bit of the forest earlier. Thought it was alright. Haven't encountered any crazy cannibals yet, but I built a shelter in the woods and felt very proud of myself. Might play a bit of that later, actually. Either that or Alien. That is telling us to reset the MCP altitude, which I will do as soon as I check what altitude we want to go down to. We'll go with flight level 360 to begin with. 160 even. 160. Right, hopefully it'll work as intended this time, instead of screwing up. Oh, there it is. We can have... Right, do we have any weird altitudes in here? Not so far, okay, good. It's probably going to want me to put a bit of drag out, so I'm going to preempt that now. With the speed brake. Since we're slightly above profile. Alright, looking good. Did I make it a partner on Twitch? Still working on it, I'm afraid. They keep telling me to reapply every 3 weeks. We'll get there eventually. I hope. I do like the cloud shadows with SkyMax, they do look good. They do look good indeed, and then there's the lens flare too, which is nice. Alright, we're inbound to Kunav, which is the start of the star. Let me get the frequency for Gatwick Direct, pre-tune that in case we need to switch over to him. He's still on by the time we get down there. It's 126.82. So... Not sure at what point you'd really call him, honestly. Maybe as we're inbound to Timber. That would make sense. Okay, 737-300 land in Southampton. I don't know, mate. I do not know. Can I put my speed brake away now? I think so. Alright, when we get to timber, we want to be at 4,000 feet, so I'm just going to dial this down to 4,000. Wanted to change that to 4,000 instead of 4,000 above, and it's shitting itself. Other perks of being a partner on Twitch. Well, you guys get unique emotes if you subscribe. Also, you get we always get transcoding, so you're always able to. What the fuck? You're always able to change the stream quality on the fly. Fucking hell, this plane. It's still all frozen up, doing weird shit. I tell you, all you want to do is change a tiny little thing like an altitude constriction. You know, constraint, and it shits itself. It goes batshit. Look at it, like it's totally frozen up. There we go. Execute. Thank you. Fuck me. I mean, at least it doesn't actually crash the gizmo plugin, but still, a little bit annoying. Now, why are you climbing? Why are you climbing? The VNAV profile seems to be completely off. But it is throttling back, that's good. Oh, the fucking VNAV in this plane, man. Gives me headaches. Dude. It's climbing at like 250 feet per minute when it should be descending. Alright, let me bump this back up to 160. Level change. Down you fucking go, my son. At a phenomenal rate. Wow. Okay, it's sorting its shit out now. Ugh. Is it that much to ask to have a plane that fucking works properly? I mean, 1.0.7 probably has slightly better VNAV than the 1.5 like I'm using right now, but the problem with 1.7 is that if you try to change your approach, it crashes the plane, so that's basically unusable. No matter how much better its VNAV calculations are. They need to get off their asses and release another patch. Alright, it's estimating flight level 160 around just a little bit after Admut, and that's okay. So far, so good. Don't change your approach then. Dude, I don't have a choice quite often. That's the thing, like... I know you're joking, but... The fact that they've left us hanging for like a good month or more now, with a plane that you can't change the approach in without Gizmo crashing. It's a bit of a joke, honestly. Hey, Shibby. Right, now is my crap frame rate right now just be X-Plane or is it SkyMax? That is the question. I'm thinking it's SkyMax personally, but never know. Whoop. Yep, it was SkyMax. God damn that fucking plugin. Oh well.
Yeah, we do later, just to confirm we're still on
Gatwick
frequency,
dictator.
headed down, 25, that's UC62, Victor Whiskey.
Who was that?
UC62, Victor Whiskey.
Easy, oh yes, easy, 62 Victor Whiskey, Roger, you have been given a stand number on receiving, so, I just, continue to stand.
Yeah, we're just heading down to stand 25 on the south terminal, UC60, Victor Whiskey. Thanks very much, have a good night, sir.
Gatwick Director, Speedbird 29 Tango, inbound Timber, flight level 160.
Speedbird 29 Tango, Gatwick Dictator, good evening, Walk Island. Disregard, descend flight level 90, and landing 26 left.
Descend flight level 90 for 26 left, Speedbird 29 Tango. Whee!
Speedbird 2765, turn right heading 310 degrees.
Then right heading 310 degrees, 2765.
Speedbird 29 Tango, descend flight level 70, right heading 310 degrees.
Descend flight level 70, heading 310 degrees, Speedbird 29 Tango. Well, someone's hot micing.
Speedbird 2765, you've got approximately 25 track master runway 26 left. Descend to altitude 3,000 feet, QNH 1019.
Down to 3,000 feet, QNH 1019, speed 2765.
I had to roll graphics drivers. I had to actually, because the newest NVIDIA drivers were fucking up Cliffs of Dover as well. So I rolled back to the ones before that. It seems to be okay now. Something definitely fucky with the new NVIDIA ones. Definitely. Deeply screwed up.
Gatwick departure, Emirates 10, good evening to you. Currently stand
You can tell he's from America because he calls it departure.
QNH 1019.
Also his accent, but you know.
Emirates 10 Gatwick dictator, good evening. These over departure.
You must learn our ways, America. We call them dictators here, not departure.
Alpha Delta Mike Alpha Golf.
A from Emirates 10.
Okay, Emirates 10, Roger, stand by.
Emirates 10.
Well, in theory, we should be able to ignore most of the pink magenta bollocks from there on out, because you theoretically usually get vectors in from dictator when you when you're approaching Gatwick.
5, turn right, heading 060 degrees.
Right heading 060 degrees, speed by 2765.
Diva 29 Tango, flight heading 290 degrees, expedite descent to flight level 70.
290 and we'll expedite descent as best we can, speed by 29 Tango. Them delay vectors though. Alright, I'm giving it as much speed brake as I can.
Okay, Emirates 10,
Idle descent.
change to your flight plan, it will be ADMAG and then Yankee 312 to Dover Victor Romeo.
Roger, flight plan change ADMAG. And then the Yankee 312 to...
Oh, I couldn't tell you off the top of my head which driver I'm running, given I'd have to look it up. I don't have time at the minute.
Correct. And Emirates 10 cleared to Dubai, ADMAG 2 X-ray departure, squawk 2533.
Roger, cleared Dubai, ADMAG 2 X-ray departure, squawk 2533, Emirates 10.
Emirates 10, correct. About 29 Tango, you can continue that descent to altitude 4,000 feet, and the QNH is 1019.
Down to 4,000 feet, QNH 1019, speed by 29 Tango.
About 2765, turn left heading 350 degrees.
Left heading 350 degrees, speed by 2765.
Gatwick direct, good evening, Easy 853, Tango information, Oscar.
Forgot the fucking Aegis letter. At least I know it's Oscar now.
No delay, maintain the flight level 80.
Easy 853, Tango 26, last no delay, maintain 80.
Such a plebeian. Such a plebeian.
29 Tango, turn right heading 060 degrees, speed 180 knots.
Right heading 060 degrees, speed 180 knots, speed by 29 Tango.
Aeroslot 701, fly heading 300 degrees, descend flight level 70.
Hello, Thane. Yeah, we're flying on VATSIM at the minute. I can't explain at the moment. If you stick around till after landing, I can explain all of that stuff if you like. Get some flaps out, expedite that descent as much as we can, much drag as we can get. We'll go to flaps 10, we can do that I believe. Yep. That's as low as I can put the flaps without getting a gear config warning, so...
Tango, descend to altitude 3,000 feet.
Descend altitude 3,000 feet, speed by 29 Tango.
Speedbird 2765, speed 160 knots, maintain till 4 DME.
Right, let me acquire
Can you repeat that? Sorry. Speedbird 2765.
the frequency.
Speed 160 knots till 4
Gatwick
DME.
Tower, so I can make the... Oh, there isn't a Gatwick Tower anymore. Okay, never mind.
160 knots till 4 DME.
I'm just going to pre-tune that to make it the switch over easier when we're on final, but never mind.
Aeroflot 701, you have T5 trackmaster runway 26 left, descend to altitude 4,000 feet, QNH 1019.
Okay, speed brakes are stowed. I already had the speed brakes out, Thane. This thing's just too damn slippery.
Gatwick Director, Emirates 10, ready for push and start.
Emirates 10, push and start, actually, yeah, I need to set...
Well, so far, fingers crossed, this thing has behaved itself today, so I'm actually really enjoying this.
Scorpion 2533, Emirates 10.
I think yesterday was a bit of an anomaly with the whole erroneous altitude.
Tango, turn left heading 340 degrees.
Left heading 340 degrees, speedbird 29 Tango.
Aeroflot 701, turn right heading 060 degrees.
Alright, 060 degrees, Aeroflot
853 Tango, descend flight level 70, leave timber heading 300 degrees.
Easy 853 Tango, descending flight level 70, leave timber heading 300.
Speedbird 2, or actually brake, Speedbird 2675, runway 26 left, clear to land, surface wind 230 degrees, 4 knots.
Copy, winds clear to land, runway 26 left, Speedbird 2765.
Speedbird 29 Tango, turn left heading 290 degrees. When established on the localizer, runway 26 left, descend on the glide path.
Left 290 degrees, and when established, descend on the glide path for 26 left, speedbird 29 Tango.
Director, Emirates 10, push and start.
Arm localizer.
Or use that for push and start, or Emirates 10 push and start is approved.
Push and start approved, Emirates 10.
Director, again, easy 740.
Technically, I don't think I can reduce my speed, considering I was told specifically 180 and he hasn't cancelled the speed restriction, so...
No, actually, better not. Easy after a landing, British Airways A321 on a short
Localizer established.
line of flight runway 26 left behind.
Look at this overcast. Welcome to England. And we'll set runway heading, which is 259 degrees.
701, descend to altitude 3,000 feet. And reduce speed 180 knots. Speedbird 29 Tango, speed 160 knots, maintain till 4 DME.
160 knots till 4 DME, speedbird 29 Tango.
EV 853 Tango, you've got approximately 20 trackmaster, runway 26 left. Turn right heading 060 degrees, descend to altitude 3,000 feet.
Flight heading 060, descending 3,000 feet, easy 853 Tango.
The arm approach.
0853 Tango, QNH is 1019.
Yes, it was so easy 853 Tango, QNH 1019.
Yeah, it was beautiful weather the other day, wasn't it, Wayne, actually? And it's sort of completely turned around now.
Aeroflot 701, turn left heading 290 degrees. When established on the localizer, runway 26 left, descend on the glide path.
Got my ground chart at the ready. I would like to vacate, although we probably won't manage it, at Echo. But I will settle for Foxtrot Romeo, Golf Romeo or whatever.
Clear takeoff 26 left, TD74 Juliet Delta.
Just because the auto brakes and the reverses on this plane are just hilariously ineffective. We probably will probably end up vacating quite late. I'm not even sure how accurate that is, to be honest with you. I feel like this thing ought to be able to stop a bit quicker than it actually does. But we've got auto brake too, and I will use full reverse.
Kilo 2765, welcome to Gatwick, taxi stand 5.
I've got the glide slope.
By Juliet, Romeo and Lima.
We are descending on the glide path. 4 DME, we can slow down. We'll be slowing down to 122 knots. I'll put the gear and flaps 30 out as well when we do that. 5.5 DME, 5.4. The Jar A330, yeah. Those auto brakes, man. That thing is definitely Lasso approved.
Zero 29 Tango, I have given you a landing clearance, haven't I?
If you did, we missed it. Sorry about that, Speedbird 29 Tango.
So I've probably been busy, so, but you are clear to land, surface wind 230 degrees 4 knots.
Clear to land 26 left, Speedbird 29 Tango.
Aeroflot 701, speed 160 knots, till 4 DME.
Wow. So these are some visual. Not terribly visual conditions, actually, I would say.
Easy 853 Tango, descend to altitude 3,000 feet.
I prefer the weather in Innsbruck, if I'm honest.
Turn left heading 230 degrees. When established on the localizer, runway 26 left, descend on the glide path.
853 Tango left 230, when established on the localizer, descend on the glide path.
Ooh, low cloud in a bit, eh? And we've got the runway.
Direct Emirates 10, ready for taxi clearance.
Emirates 10, taxi holding point Alpha 3,
400,
Quebec,
glide slope,
08 left,
glide
and
slope.
Alpha November.
glide slope, glide slope,
Roger, taxi holding point
Glide
Alpha 3
slope.
via Quebec, 08 left, and Alpha
300.
November, Emirates 10.
too low, flaps, too low, glide slope, 200, minimum, glide slope, glide slope,
Oh, shut up, glide slope.
glide slope,
You
Glide
can
slope.
call Juliet Delta, report your
Glide
passing
slope.
altitude.
50, glide slope, 40,
May
30,
34,000,
20.
DD74 Juliet
10,
Marvellous, thank you. Climb now flight level 130.
Up to 130, DD74
Classic IXEG bounce.
Easy 853 Tango speed,
Ooh.
160 knots, maintain till 4
Oh,
DME.
this isn't Echo.
Easy 853 Tango 160, Alpha 4.
I don't know what this is. Oh, maybe it is Echo. The signs are not very forthcoming, are they? Gatwick Director, Speedbird 29 Tango vacated. We don't know where though.
And can you see correction, Aeroflot 701, runway 26 left, clear to land, surface wind 230 degrees 4 knots.
Oh, we are on Echo. Well, I'll be damned.
Speedbird 29 Tango, make the first right turn onto 08 left, and continue 08 left, hold short Romeo.
Okay, right onto 08 left and we'll hold short Romeo, Speedbird 29 Tango. Luckily you don't actually need strobes and stuff on 08 left at Gatwick, because this runway is absolutely never ever ever used. So we are good. Hold short Romeo. Bit further down there. It's our first left after this one. Scenery is a bit odd, but this is Romeo here, this little bit here. Escort box model matching 10 out of 10 as always. Fucking Alaska 737, that's just over there. He's probably a Ryanair or something.
Speedbird 29 Tango, continue taxi stand 54 via Romeo and Lima.
Stand 5-4, Romeo and Lima. Speedbird 29 Tango, thanks very much. Bit of rain on the windscreen. No access. Oh, my Navigraph chart subscription has run out, so I don't have a taxi chart. No. Okay. Quick emergency Google search. Fuck's sake. I forgot to redo it. Ground movement parking docking chart. Okay, we're back in business. Okay, right, we're on Romeo now. Take the second right, then onto taxiway Lima, and then left just as we go under the bridge onto stand 5-4. Epic timing there.
Are you ready for an immediate takeoff on reaching?
A for Emirates 10.
Emirates 10, line up and wait, runway 26 left.
Line up and wait, 26 left, Emirates 10.
That's why RL planets do when charts don't work. Call Mayday in Google Charts, yeah. It reminds me of that time when Uni was on fucking Pilot Edge and he declared an emergency and he just skidded straight off the runway across all of the taxiways straight to the gate, and the controller was just like, American 421, did you declare an emergency so that you wouldn't have to taxi properly? And Uni just disconnected.
Monarch 458 Papa, unfortunately I am going to be closed, so I'm not going to be with you for your arrival, so continue with you to come on 122 decimal 8.
Yeah, come 122 decimal 8, bye bye, have a good night.
Airflot 701, Roger, have you got a stand preference? Aeroflot 701, have you a stand?
Fine, fine, there you go. Wipers are on. Jeez. Stand 5-4 right there, I believe. Yep, just under the bridge.
Right, easy 853 Tango, runway 26 left, clear to land, surface wind 230 degrees at 4 knots.
26 left, clear land, easy 853 Tango.
And easy 740
APUs on the buses.
apologies for leaving you there. You have left my airspace, so resume no navigation and Unicom 1
Auto gate.
Have a nice flight.
No worries, Ocean,
There we go.
Delta, thanks for service, and, you know.
Parking brake is in.
Okay, Aeroflot 701, taxi, stand at 24 by a second right Juliet.
Oh, if you think that's bad, Mungo, wait until you see the British Airways A300. Yeah! The fucking static models are atrocious on this scenery. One of these days I'm going to go into World Editor and just delete them all. Maybe I'll leave the sleazy jets all parked up there, but...
Gatwick approach, easy 4 Romeo Yankee.
And
flight level
goodbye,
altitude 4,000. We are in the middle of 3 Bravo.
Sayonara. Welcome back to Gatwick. Weather's rubbish. Apologies for that. Not much I can do. I know, it's glorious, isn't it? At least they got the 777. Like, it's a weird mix of stuff that's actually correct and stuff that's hilariously incorrect. Like, they got the triple over there. And, oh god, there's another one. I wonder if he put down an A310 or A300 or whatever the fuck that is. Because he couldn't find a 737. Maybe that's what it's supposed to be. In some bizarro way.
You can teach monkeys to fly better than that.
But yeah, I'm going to go into World Editor and just delete it all, because it's annoying, because sometimes you get given a fucking stand that has a static aircraft on it, and it's... yeah, it's just a bit of a pain in the arse. I think the scenery's a bit old, to be honest with you. They were literally just working with the static models that were available to the community, so because it all uses community-based libraries. So, you know, if you ignore that, it's actually not bad scenery at all. Because I mean, they've even got a custom model for the bridge. I mean, that's not bad, honestly. .5 has new auto-gen for planes at the gate. Not sure how accurate that is though, but they asked developers to not to add any planes so X-Plane can add them. I see. I think you can already get 10.5 on Steam if you enable betas or whatever for X-Plane. I'm a bit scared to make the upgrade though. Alright, let's get some replays. Yeah, that cloud base was a lot lower than I expected it to be, so... I was kind of panicking and looking up the go-around procedure just as we were coming in here, to be honest. Alright, see you, Mungo. Have a good one. There we go. Here it comes, slowly, ponderously in. Sweet mother of Christ, there's 128 people watching. Where did you all come from? There was like 60 of you here last I checked. Son of a bitch. Thump. And there's the bounce. I can't not make this plane bounce. I just, no matter how hard I goddamn try, it always bounces. I know I'm a terrible pilot, but I don't bounce anything else I fly an X-plane. Only this. Oh yeah, John Fly did host me, that's true. Well, if you all came from John Fly, then hello! Back you go. Whee! Dashcam. With the glitchy internal sounds. Oh, hey, Cat.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
And the sounds in this thing are still awesome, even if they are being glitchy in the replay. Dude, I have a rule down below that literally says no advertising, so, you know. Please read next time. Doodly doodly doo. Let's see. A couple more. And oh my god.
400. 400.
Okay, we're good. Let's get over here. My frames. Oh my god. There we go, that's better. Here comes the lawn dart. Lawn dart 1, you are clear to land. Oh shit! You see the amount of clearance I had on the tail there? Fuck me. That is... just hang about. That's a bit on the... you know... You ask me, that's cutting it a little fucking fine in a 737, honestly. Whatever. Planes in one piece. I wonder if the fact that the runway is soaking wet had something to do with the fact that we did skiddy, bouncy nonsense there a little bit. That could have had something to do with it, I guess. Under the circumstances, the extra reverse and the higher order brake was actually a really good call, considering it was really wet down here. Didn't realise I was making the correct call when I made it, of course, but we'll pretend I did. Right. Yeah, I know, right? We'll have to put a tail skid on all the 737s I fly. Fuck me. That was outstandingly close to the bone. Oh, Jesus, where has it gone? There you are. One more wing view and I'll call it a night.
300.
God, those clouds were low.
200. $100. 50, 40, 30.
I think I need to do some circuits in this thing. Personally. Get my shit together. Oh, you think that looks good, man? You should have seen the departure out of Innsbruck. Holy fuck. I'd never seen a flight simulator looking as good as it did when we were climbing out of that valley. There are a few discrepancies in terms of the way this thing lands compared to the real thing. I remember Aerosim did a stream where he was trying to demonstrate how to land Boeing jets properly, and he just kept running up against the fact that this thing just seems to plop out of the sky a little too early compared to what it should. And I guess he should know, since he flies a 737. You know, he runs a 737 full simulator for a living. But you know, other than that, this thing is pretty great in the flight model department. Bum 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 bum. All right, job's a good one. No, Watergate, my friend. You have forsaken me. Well, there you are. Another flight in this thing in the bag. So that's Jersey. I've done, crossed off the list. Innsbruck, crossed off the list. Next, it's going to be, let's see, probably either Geneva or Ibiza, I think. Probably. Maybe Manchester. If I fancy something really short distance. Since Aerosoft Manchester for X-Plane is actually really nice. Have I done Salzburg? Is it on the schedule? Hold on.
You can teach monkeys to fly better than that.
It is actually. No, I haven't done Salzburg yet. I think, isn't there some nice scenery on the org for that? I seem to remember that. That's another one. The ones we have to choose from are Algiers, Amsterdam, Bari, Bologna, Bordeaux, Catania, Dubrovnik, Edinburgh, Faro. That should be good. I think there's some fairly good Faro scenery for X-Plane. That could be fun. Genoa, Geneva, Glasgow, Ibiza, Jersey. Oh, we already did Jersey. Malaga, Manchester, Marrakesh, Marseille, Naples, Nice. There's some new Nice scenery as well, isn't there? Come to think of it. Paphos, Pisa, Pristina, Rome, Salzburg, Thessaloniki, Tirana, Tunis, Turin, Venice, and Verona. PNG maps for the pilot models. Yeah, I keep meaning to muck about with that, to be honest with you, because that's what I did with the A350. I found PNG files for the passengers, and I drew mustaches and beards on all of them. I think these two deserve the same treatment, if you ask me. Yeah, I can finally have his hair again. We'll give Jan back his hair as soon as he releases another goddamn patch. This thing needs fixing, damn it. On the bright side, though, at least the 1.5 version, if you were lucky enough to save a copy of it, works reasonably well. It does, you know, have a coronary every time you try and change an altitude constraint or go direct to a waypoint during the descent. But on the bright side, it doesn't actually crash Gizmo, so you can kind of just about live with it. In 1.7, it would crash Gizmo, so... We were talking about this earlier, but it's a little bit... I do love IXEG. I think they've done a great job so far, and I as a development team, I think they're awesome. But it's a little bit... I don't know how to describe it really, but you know what I mean. That they've kind of left us hanging on a genuinely broken release version. I'm sure they're beavering away, but this thing desperately needs a hotfix. And we haven't heard anything for quite a while, so... Yeah, I didn't break it. You know, well, I haven't had 1.5 actually have a gizmo crash on me in ages, so... There was that hiccup yesterday, but that was, again, it was because there was a sort of random, completely laughably incorrect altitude constraint in there, which must have been a bit like, it must have been like a nav data error or something like that, because I see no reason why flight level 380 and above should have been in that descent, you know, it definitely wasn't a part of the star. So I think it was a nav data thing, presumably, or something like that, but which caused the VNAV to go a bit weird, and to be honest with you, the VNAV in this release version is a bit silly anyway, but... And another little glitch. I mean, you can kind of get away with just flight level changing your way down, I guess. So that's not an issue. And of course, if you're, because we had the good fortune to have Gatwick Dictator on tonight. It wasn't. VNAV was basically not required whatsoever for any of the descent because he just gave us flight levels and speeds. Oh, the van. Oh, that's to pick up Jan, so that he doesn't get mobbed by all his customers at the gate. But it's actually a trap, as you can see.
You can teach monkeys to fly better than that.
Am I flying anymore? No, I'm done flying for this evening. I'm afraid nowhere else to go, really. VAT UK have all gone to bed for the night, as far as I can tell. I did want to go up to Manchester after this, but unfortunately we got held on the ground at Innsbruck for way too long, so it's not an option anymore. Sadly. Next time.
You can teach monkeys to fly better than that.
Well, you know, if Flight Factor can hotfix their 767 in the next few days, we can fly that. But I'm not going to touch it until they've done that. Wouldn't really be fair to show it off on the stream in a clearly broken state, from what I've heard anyway.
You can teach monkeys to fly better than
I'm missing
that.
all these bloody follow notifications again. Fuck's sake. I'm a bad streamer, I'm sorry. Map 35Y, Stun Gun, Ryan Briggs 320, and Lipic. I'm taking a wild stab in the dark on the pronunciation for that one. Also, I am Blitz. Salvatore Italiano, T-Chris 2. Thank you, everybody. And Matty2168 as well. Cheers for the follows, appreciate it. Welcome aboard. Dave is probably intoxicated. Mate, I am perfectly capable of missing follower alerts while sober, I shall have you know. Right, well, it is 11:30 in the UK. It's getting pretty late. I'm calling it a day as far as Flight Sim is concerned. I will stick around a bit longer, and I think I'm either going to run up the forest or I'll carry on playing Alien Isolation from where we left off yesterday. Not really sure which. If you're not sticking around for that, then toodles. Hope you enjoyed the stream. I'll be doing more of this in the future. Still basically killing time for a certain company to release a certain Airbus or a certain simulator. But it's not a bad way to kill time. Has to be said. Maybe we'll go to Geneva next if I've got the time. Get some more of the Alp scenery.
You can teach monkeys to fly better than that.
Still waiting for TF5, yeah, man. Still waiting for TF5 and the Mark 9 for DCS. 2 more weeks. 2 more weeks, man. 2 more weeks. That's what they always say, isn't it? 2 more weeks. At least a month away. I think it might even be 2 months away. That was like their largest estimate. They said anything. They kind of, in a vague FS Labs sort of a way, said it could be anything between a couple of weeks to a couple of months, which basically means I'm assuming it's going to be a couple of months. When FS Labs give you a time frame, you automatically accept the longest possible time frame. Alright, anyway, I'm gonna go to the little boy's room and all that stuff, and I'll probably grab another beer. Yeah, I will. And then when I get back, yeah, we'll either play the Forest or Alien, I don't know. I might put it to a straw poll. We shall see. Anyway, or maybe I'll fuck it, I might stream Enclave, I don't know. I'll get a straw poll out and we'll figure out where we want to go from there. So, yeah. Alright, if you're going, have a good one, have a happy weekend, etc, etc. For those of you staying, then, I don't know, I suggest you do the same, grab a beer or a snack or something like that. And I'll be back in 5 minutes. Intermission screen! Look at that production value. Okay. Back in a few.